Welcome to a PICKitPlus assembly program. This is like a video for how to assemble a PICKit too. So I'm going to show you how you can use our board to create your own PICKit too. This is an assembly video. So this is what we're going to be building. I can show you a real one on video in a second. Let me just pull one up. That's what it looks like in theory. This is a real one here. It's a through-hole assembly so that you can make this with the cheapest of components. And you should be able to build this quite simply. We have a PCB and we'll provide you a kit. So this is what it looks like. That's the red PCB. This is the actual PCB that we're actually shipping now. Let's go back to PowerPoint, take you through what we've got. Bag of bits, you get a bag of bits sent to you. With bill of materials, which we'll publish so that you can understand what components, or you can buy the kit from us. I use a pick sheet, sheet for the resistors and all the components so that I can actually find them when I'm assembling things, and I'll publish this out for you as well. So if I show you one of these, I've actually got all my components laid out on here, a bit of masking tape, hold them all in place, and that's really so that I can find them when I'm assembling. Okay. This is a view of the PCB from the top, and you can see there's a lot of resistors in there, and I'm going to take you through where those resistors fit in a moment. That's the PCB itself, and that's quite a useful picture, and again we'll provide that to you. But you can see there's a number of components that have to go in the right place. Okay, I'm going to talk specifically about the LEDs in a moment. So the LEDs are red, yellow and blue, and they're on the right hand side of that PCB that you can see in front of you. And we've actually spent some time looking at the resistance of those to make sure they're not too bright, okay, because they can be quite bright. Now just make sure that if you want to change the brightness that you don't go below 150R, otherwise the LED will fail. But if you want to find them, they're actually, the reds on are 24, so this table is now showing you the color, what it's used for, what we've recommended, and the R number on the PCB so that you can find it yourself. So there's red, yellow and blue, and they are respectively on R24, 22 and 27. If you want to change those LEDs, that's no problems at all, just change the resistance. So this is that view we saw to start with of the PCB, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the this diagram here to walk us through the assembly of the resistors, because there's quite a number of them and they need to go in the right place. So what I'm going to do is walk through, not say anything, just hold that on for 4 seconds so that you can hit the space bar when you're assembling this PCB. I'll just speak over this one and that's it for a little while. So this is what I'm going to be showing you, the 10 R's. There are 3 of those, and they are marked with the red rings, and that's how it will be for the rest of the LEDs. I'll stay quiet. So I hope that me showing you that PCB will have helped you. That's the That's the whole intent, is to help you assemble this board. I will be back shortly with an assembled board. All I'm going to do is I'm going to fit those components, and I'll be back with another video. Okay, so I've assembled the board, and I've just plugged in my USB. I've started up my PICKit software, and I get this, which is fine. So I get no operating system, which is great. So what I'm going to do is select my desk. I'll just take the desktop view of my computer for a second. A bit of a line on that, sorry about that. I'm just going to install the operating system, and you'll find that inside of your distribution folder, PICKit 2 version 232, and just install that. And that will then install the operating system. Once that's installed, that takes a few seconds. It will set up a PICKit 2 programmer in your Windows. The LEDs will flash yellow, and it now says it's installed, which is wonderful. It says it's now installed the PICKit software, and it's quite happily sitting there. You can now give it a name. You can check. Well, we'll do this as a. We're going to do this as another demonstration, but we're going to change the name and do the calibration shortly. Hi, welcome back to the PICKit 2 Plus Programmer build. So we're doing an assembly. I've just taken an hour and 15 minutes to assemble a PCB. That's assembled here. I've got it here. I've actually got it connected to a meter, which I'll be talking about in a moment, because we're going to calibrate it. So that's the assembled board. You've seen pictures of it. I've connected up a voltmeter into here. Pin 2 is going to be our live, and 0 or neutral is on pin 2, and we're going to calibrate this board. Okay, all right, so let's just go out back to what we're working on here, this board, and I've got a meter attached. Now you saw the cables there, and I've got a PICKit 2 attached. So if I turn the power on in the PICKit 2, it will go to 5 volts, which is great, but it's not calibrated, so we just need to calibrate that PICKit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to zoom in on that PICKit there, and I'm just going to take the tools, and then I'm going to what am I going to do? Calibrate and VDD. Okay, so there we go, calibrate VDD, which is what we're going to be doing. So we're just going to clear the calibration to start with. Press next. I've attached my meter, as I've said, okay, and I'm going to say next, and it will now set the if you read this very carefully, it's going to set the voltage to 4 volts, and what we're going to do is we're going to then change the parameters. So it will press next, and I'm actually going to enter the voltage I'm seeing on my voltmeter here. Now on my voltmeter, let me just show you. I can show you actually here quite. It's 4.38 volts. 4.38 volts. So I'm going to enter into here. I'll just change screen. 4.380 volts, and press calibrate, and that will then calibrate the PICKit 2. Press next. I'm going to give it a name of PICKitPlus PK+. I better put a number in it because I've got quite a few of these. 00. I'll call it PICKitPlus. That'd be fine. I'm going to assign that unit ID to here. Now I press finished, and the PICKit will reboot. And you'll see at the top it has now got the name of PICKitPlus. So we've now got a calibrated PICKit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn that voltage on now in my PICKit software, and I've got 5.06. If I now bring that down, let's see what the lower voltage is. 2.5. That's a very good range, and that's acceptable, to be quite frank. Okay, so if I type in 5.1, it won't have it because that's the maximum. 4.5, I get there we go, 4.5, Yeah, there we go. 4 point, it was a bit slow on the meter. 4 point, a bit high there, a bit high on that. But that's calibrated. That's what we need to do, just calibrate it up. And we've changed the device entity. So let me go out to the lab here and do the final part of the test. Just going to unplug that. I've got a little programmer here. Sorry about the zoom here. I'm just going to unplug that. I'm just going to take a random chip from in here, and I mean random. I've got a random chip. I'm going to mount this random chip in this random board here. But I'm going to insert it inside of my PICKit too. As you can see, the LED has come on, and I'm then going to toggle out to our software here. I'm just going to ask it to find the part, and it's found 26 K83, which is an unusual chip to have out, but it's okay. I'm just going to read that. It's all fast, it's all set up. Let me just, I don't know, I'm just going to write something in here. 555 in there, and enable the EEPROM 0, 1. I'm just going to put some random numbers in here. They're not random because I'm going to write them out. Now, this is therefore now going out through the new PICKit. If we look at the lab here, look at the camera, can we see it operating? Oh, we can just about make out the LEDs here like that. We can just about make out those LEDs are active at the moment. It's actually programmed it already. So if I just verify or write it, I'll write it out again. You can see the yellow LED there flashing. It's very hard to see. I've got so much light turned on in this office here. So let me go back to PowerPoint. We can see that the thing is still writing out the program memory, which is great. And then I'm just going to, what it's actually doing, this is actually an HEF chip, so it's actually managing the memory for us. Okay, so it'll take a little bit longer. Wonderful, great. Yeah, wonderful, great. I am then going to just prove it to you. Check the communication. Now all this is empty. I'm going to read that back in, and we should see our values that we just put on the screen there of the very random numbers that I actually put in. Let's have a look. I put something in the EEPROM. Did I write the EEPROM? I didn't read the EEPROM. Look. Oh, idiot. There's 555 there. I wonder if I wrote the EEPROM. Be interesting. Oh, there we go. 555 and 01. There we go. So what we've done, we've assembled a PICKit 2. It's taken end to end. It's taken me 2.5 hours to do the whole thing. That's including setup of the video, record the video, do the soldering, do the calibration. So we're going to call that a wrap. And finally, let's have a look at the final piece. So I've now put a sheet on it, put a cover on it, and it's now completed. So what I've now got myself is a new PICKit 2. I can put it in here. LED works, button works through the side. All very, very nice. All very, very simple. So that's what I wanted to show you. PICKitPlus through hole assembly.